Welcome back, Aries. This is your tarot reading, your mid-month tarot reading for the dates of August 15th through the 31st. Welcome back, all subscribers. Hello, if you're a new viewer. And we've got an excellent reading in store. Yes, 5 major arcana cards, and you're not the only sign here that's pulled 5. That seems to be the theme. You can't make this stuff up, even if you wanted to. It must be that eclipse that's occurring, because when I was preparing for your reading, deep in meditation, I heard, there's shifts on the planet right now, and everything is as it's supposed to be. It's got an interesting reading here, Aries. It's very like a pinnacle reading. As you pulled the World card, you pulled number 20, number 21. You pulled, this would indicate that you've completed a cycle and that you're now resting and relaxing. Well, you will in the near future, in preparation for that new cycle that starts shortly. And you are the magician. Either some of you are artisans in your craft, but you have a special talent. Not everybody has a special talent at your disposal. Yeah, you're like an alchemist. You can turn simple metals into gold. And you have the information on how to do that, too. It's not just, you definitely have the information, and it's information that you've pulled from past lives. There's 2 parts to people. One is the rational part. One is the part that we cannot explain away why certain things happen or why we have Lady Luck shine on us. And that's the part, Aries, that you might find endearing about yourself, is that you have this innate ability to turn any situation from shambles into a wonderful proposition. And you've got so many excellent cards here in the present position. You have the King of Swords card. This is a person of rational thought, principled, they're ambitious, well-respected within their community. They could be altruistic. The only thing that is missing maybe with the King of Swords is that he doesn't rely on the omnipresent. He doesn't rely on that factor, that magical element, the factor X, the unknown factor. He's not as well versed as letting go and letting God. He might be a little bit too analytical, maybe too analytical, too much in his head. He needs maybe to get out of his way for beautiful, magical things to happen. Now, you are crossed by the Knight of Wands here. This could be and then also with the World, you might be a world traveler, and the Temperance or the Ten of Swords card indicates that you may be traveling over waters. Maybe you're actually nervous about that proposition, the traveling picture. Yeah, you might instinctively know just what to do. The Knight of Wands, the only thing with the Knight of Wands is their inability to go slowly. They might just, interesting that there's opposition here. One talks about how it's time to take action, but the other one talks about a time out in the near future. I'm going to kind of tune in psychically to pull these cards together. With the World card, you might have won something recently, and you feel you have like the tiger by its toe, that you're king of the world, so to speak. I'm going to listen psychically to what's going on for you. kind of an element of surprise here. And then I hear the randomness of something that happened is not so random after all. And the number, that's the number, the basis or the matter of the reading, the significator here is the hangman. Now, a hangman, and this is not unusual for Aries, is somebody who listens to a different drummer. They walk their path or march to their own drummer. They don't look outwardly for validation of their plans, their projects, and they, or sometimes it might suggest that you have to gain a new perspective. You might be gaining a new perspective based on that you're going to have a time out in your near future, the Four of Swords card. So this could be the need to meditate more, go inwardly for your answers. We pull the Temperance card, and with that, it's talking about temperance, slowing down, and smelling the roses. It could be somebody who's highly tolerant individual. So it's got this bohemian, feels like a diverse population, it feels like Berkeley, California to me. So you might be somebody with two different backgrounds in your family tree, and that diversity lends itself to your uniqueness and your ability to be a helper spirit in this world. The Ten of Swords card, and again, I'm getting this natural ending that's going into a new era of sorts. The Ten of Swords card could indicate that you're recovering from either the flu or some kind of injury, so you need to slow down and take care of yourself. As the Three of Swords talks about, it could talk about somebody you know passing away. However, it could be the end of a relationship or the end of a job. And the New Beginnings card could talk about a new promotion, a different job. But I don't get the sense that you're crying over spilled milk, because the spilled milk card didn't come up. And you, the King of Swords, you are a learned person, you're educated, so you have the tools at your disposal to rise from the ashes again like the phoenix. Now, this could mean the tools are your intellect and your ability to, you're a genius at, just a genius at being able to maneuver through life or make decisions. You see things that the average person can't see how to do, how to balance all and that kind of thing. The perspective is way up here. And we don't have the logical thinking capacity of most people. You have a higher thinking capacity. Sometimes maybe the inability to slow down might be your worst thing that you fear, that you like to go fast. So it might be hard for you to be tolerant, or I don't really see that. I see you as a tolerant person, easygoing person. Even Aries can be tolerant. Forgive me, but I have Moon in Aries, so I know what I'm talking about. Ten of Swords, and the Three of Michael. So I'm going to go and look psychically about what and pull it all together. I haven't done that yet. Funny, I heard a rose by any other name is still a rose. So you could be an actor. As we know, that's Shakespeare's pulled from Romeo and Juliet. So that could be your craft. And then 12, that's the Hangman. Significator. Yeah, the show must go on. It's funny that the Hangman, that you would have that the show must go on. You're crossed by the Knight of Wands. I just hear the theater seats have been booked, so we must continue on. And it was the old time theater with the red seats. Maybe the Savoy. And then the King of Swords. Yeah, this person is a manager. Property manager. Okay. And the World card. Um, yeah, producing the best you can, Like, something about don't be feeble accepting opportunities. And the Four of Swords card is that time out. Like, that Four of Swords card is that time out. Like I've heard, it's waiting for the right time to take the bull by the horn. The bull by the horn. And then the Temperance card, it's like the Field of Dreams picture. If you build it, they will come. The Ten of Swords here is how people see you, how the people around you, like your friends and family, how they're doing, if they're feeling like something is over. So something is over, so that there's new happiness in front of you that you're not aware of. I kind of hear that it's there. It's the card where the best thing is to continue on and go for it, regardless of what's happened, and regardless of adversity. That's what I hear. And the Three of Swords, this is maybe hearing about a death or somebody, maybe the end of a relationship, that kind of thing. And it goes, I was so happy to leave my current circumstances. So I don't know exactly. And then the Outcome card, the New Beginnings card. This is angels rush in. The angels rush in. something about, where we fear to tread, angels rush in. And so, really magical reading. I mean, I know the Supreme Being, God, Goddess, knows what she is doing. So, to me, it looks like somebody's desiring to get out of their way, or they were taken out of, it could be somebody was let go of a situation, job change, but then there's where angels fear to, where people fear to tread, angels rush in. That looks like that's a new situation opening up for you. So regardless of what, life's an illusion, everything's illusion, and then Supreme Being goes, here, I had you in my hands the whole time. I told you, nothing to worry about. And if you'd known what was going to happen to you, you might have botched it. So it was best that you were in the dark until that time period when you weren't. So the Four of Swords card, you're not there. You're not even in that place of repass yet, R-E-P-A-S-S-E. You're not in that place where you have a downtime to meditate, walk out on nature, and some of it feels kind of like it could possibly be mourning of a situation ending, but it's like a growth period. It's more like a growth period. And then the Temperance card, again, it feels like a really good community, a diverse community where they have the presence of mind to know downtime means time that you either journal, people know that they write books in downtimes, because it could be somebody who has, like I said, I feel like this person's elevated, that their mind they're a genius, and so they lend themselves to the world a different perspective, and they dare to put that in a book form. It would be useful to people and lend that different perspective that people need to see, so that they can in turn have some motivation in their life to get through the difficult times. And then the Ten of Swords, situation has ended. You're finally free. Maybe you were with the wrong person, or you were working in a corporate job that was exploiting your talents. But that looks like that's how people see you, or your friends and family around you, how you see them. And the Three of Swords talks about either, somebody is mourning a loss. It could be a relationship that came to an end, either for divorce or somebody passed. But the new beginnings are looming in the future, and I keep hearing where I have to refer to it, where people are afraid to tread, angels. What is that saying? Oh my goodness. Where people are feared to tread, angels rush in, or fools rush in. But anyway, you got my gist. So if somebody likes that saying, they don't mind being called crazy, because they know that sometimes pure genius is having enough faith in life to go for it, and even enough. And here, if you think about it, that's perfect for the Tarot, because we are ultimately the Fool. And it's so very unique how, wow, that's an epiphany then. That surely is a sign from the other side for somebody, maybe a Tarot aficionado. So, wow, wonderful reading. Wow, I think we nailed it. So thanks again. Until next time, I'm wishing you much light and love. Bye-bye, Aries.